What's up, everybody? It's James here from the Sawyer Family Reviews channel. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, 2022, and this is the weekly comic book pickups video. Every week I buy comic books. I buy them for myself, I get them for my kids, I get them at Queen City Comics in Fairfield, Ohio, zip code 45014. If you're in the area and into comic books, check out the comic shop, and while you're over there, go to the toy department. So as always, there's a bunch of new stuff in here. There's actually a lot of new stuff in here today. And then there's a book from my shelves that I wanted to share with you guys that isn't something current usually. And I will do my best to put a link in the info section to this book if it's something of interest to you. It won't always be available through the link, but you can give it a shot. All right, let's jump in. First things first, we got a book for Gracie. We've got Betty and Veronica, Friends Forever, Christmas Party, the official comic book of Christmas. $2.99. We love Christmas. Big Christmas family. My tree is already up. The minute Halloween's over, I'm in full-on Christmas mode. I'm in Christmas mode all year long, but I am full-on Christmas mode once Halloween's over. These books from Archie are pretty great because they just reprint old Archie stories, but occasionally it has, featuring an all-new lead story. So it's got an all-new lead story, but then it's just a bunch of classic Archie stories reprinted, which I love classic Archie. I used to love getting those little Archie digests as a kid, and Gracie enjoys these. She thinks they're fun. So she'll love that it's Christmas, too. That's $2.99 in case I didn't say it. Then we've got, for Keaton, he didn't have any new books today, but there was this 30th anniversary Death of Superman special edition comic. He's read the Death of Superman. We love the Death of Superman, but I thought this was cool to actually have just like a single issue. It's got a neat like interview segment in the beginning. Mike Carlin, Jerry Ordway, Roger Stern, all the big names, Louis Simonson that handled the Death of Superman, which is pretty cool. And there's a reason why they're doing this today, and that's going to be another book that gets shown in this stack. Turn the page as DC Comic proudly presents the comic that started it all, 1992's Superman 75, presented in its original format for your reading pleasure. This book was so awesome as a kid. I mean, this was a huge event back in the early 90s. I ate it up. I loved it. It's even got the gatefold reprinted in the back, which is cool. This is a $3.99 reprint. If you've never checked out the Death of Superman before, this is a cheap little way of at least experiencing a part of it. So, I'm pretty sure they did that as one of their dollar comics at some point too. So it's kind of crazy that it's $4 now, but you do get the gatefold thing and the qualities on it's nice. I got this for Blaze, Fantastic Four #1, Legacy numbering 694, which means in 6 issues, there will be Fantastic Four issue 700, even though we've restarted at #1, because it's Marvel, and they love doing that. This is $4.99. There were 2 regular Alex Ross covers. I got this one. The color and the energy was really cool, and there was another one that was kind of just like panels of their faces. There are a bunch of covers on this book, though. I don't know why I grabbed this. I have no idea. He likes the FF. There was nothing else, and it was like, you know what? Maybe that'll be fun. You know, maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it'll be something that becomes a book he wants to pick up. I don't know. I'm even having trouble finding the creatives. Where are the creatives? Okay. Written by Ryan North and art by Ivan Coelho? Ivan Coelho? I don't know. That was $4.99 in case I didn't say it. Then we got a bunch of books for me. Now, it's a crazy amount of books for me after this. It's all me. I grabbed this. I don't read I Am Batman. I have no interest in I Am Batman, but they got me with this cover because it's a Quesada tribute. Look at that. After Quesada. It's got Asbats on it. It's got this corner box that I absolutely love. I bought this. It's silly. It was $5. I looked at it. I talked to my comic shop guy, Bob, and I was like, "Hey, man, that cover's amazing." He's like, "Yeah, I figured you'd want one of those, so I ordered an extra one in case you wanted it." I was like, "Well, I guess that means I'm getting it." But I have no interest in the inside of the book at all. I bought this just because of the cover. Please don't judge me, but I'm a sucker for this corner box. Look at that corner box. All right. Then I bought this, the Death of Superman 30th Anniversary Special, which is why they did that Superman 75 reprint right now. This special is pretty cool, and there was a bunch of covers on this one, too. I had trouble picking one, but I eventually went with this one because it reminded me of the Reign of Superman die-cut covers where it had the S underneath it and had like Superboy and the Eradicator and all that stuff. But it's got this really cool Doomsday holding the tattered Superman cover underneath, or Superman cape underneath. So this book is the 30th anniversary special, and it's got all the creatives that were involved in the original Death of Superman, each team. So we got Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding on the story. We've got Jerry Ordway and Tom Grummett. Then we've got Roger Stern and Butch Geis. And we've got Louise Simonson and John Bogdanove. I'm excited about this. And it's all framed with young Jonathan Kent kind of finding out about the death of Superman, that his dad had died. It's absolutely silly that they're trying to make it so that all of the different timelines existed. I think that's absolutely silly. This is definitely pre-New 52, pre-Rebirth, whatever, that the death of Superman happened in. But I'm still excited about it because it's all these old creative teams that handled Death of Superman, which I really enjoy, back again to tell sort of some stories about it. This is expensive, though. $11. I paid $11 for this thing. Whew. Jumping Jiminy. You got a little tease with the book I've got in there right there. Then we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 134, and there were 2 covers on this that I picked up today. I'm also going to get the RI on it, too. This is the Kevin Eastman cover. Kevin Eastman. And then this one is the standard cover. I've not been reading Turtles. I've said this a bunch of times now. There's a new crossover called the Armageddon Game. I eventually plan to get caught up on all those IDW collections of the IDW series so that I'm not so far behind. But for now, I'm just buying the issues. So these were $3.99. And then I also got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Armageddon Game, the Alliance, number 1. This is $3.99. Looks like Karai on the cover. Grab both covers of that. I didn't say what the creatives were in this. My bad. Eastman, Campbell. Where's it say it? Come on. Come on now. Don't be that way. Kevin Eastman and Tom Waltz. Story by Sophie Campbell. Art by Ferro P. And then we've got Armageddon Game, The Alliance, which is one of the tie-ins for Armageddon Game. And this one's by Eric Burnham. Ooh. Art by Roy Mercado. If you've watched my channel, you know I'm a big fan of Eric Burnham. Loved his Ghostbusters books. Loved his crossover books. So this should be enjoyable. A Karai story by Eric Burnham. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. Here's your big checklist of all the different books. And this one was $3.99 in case I didn't say that. Whew. And then we've got a massive stack of Garbage Pail Kids Origins. I'm getting every cover on this book, every cover I can get. There's some really great ones. Look at this one. Tom Bunk, classic GPK artist. We've got somebody. Where's the names? Where's the names? Come on now. Come on. Here we go. Oh, almost lost it. Tom Bunk, Jeff Zapata, Becky Sharp, John Pound. I got those covers, which was a trading card cover art by John Pound. That's a classic. And then we've got down here this really cool Amazing Spider-Man Morbius first appearance tribute cover. That's cool. So got that cover. And then I got one of those, a tribute. Got that cover. And then we got the Nasty Nick trading card cover. This one's thicker stock. Most of those were $3.99. This one's $4.99 because it's got a thicker card stock. So the first issue, I read it. Is written by Adam F. Goldberg of the Goldbergs fame. I researched it, and it is him. It is the guy that created the Goldbergs. Huge Garbage Pail Kids fan. Art direction, Jeff Zapata. Writers, Adam F. Goldberg and Hans Rodionoff. Jeff Zapata. Pencils, Jeff Zapata. The first issue was fun. It's kind of the origin of the Garbage Pail Kids and this bomb and how Adam Bomb volunteered and now his fallout has created more Garbage Pail Kids. It was kind of fun. It was a pretty fun comic. And the way they're kind of tying in all the different Garbage Pail Kids, the Series 1 type Garbage Pail Kids, into his creation is pretty neat. I will say that I don't mind the ads being as adult this time because this book was much more adult. The first issue definitely shifted more towards an adult reader, I felt like. Some of the jokes were more adult. Just the theme and all was more adult. This felt like this is written towards 80s kids that grew up in the 80s and enjoyed Garbage Pail Kids. This feels more like it's written towards them and not really embracing that all ages audience that I think Madballs versus GPK did. So in this regard, I don't mind the ads as much on this book. It's a fun book, though. I enjoy it. I'm looking forward to more of them. And then, last but not least, I grabbed a book off my shelves. It is not your traditional trade paperback, hardcover, or whatever. It is a book I got from my friend James Bacon for Christmas a few years back. Earthworm Jim, Launch the Cow by Doug TenNapel. Doug TenNapel is the creator of Earthworm Jim, and he did I believe it was a Indiegogo? It might have been a Kickstarter for this book to do a large, nice hardcover story of Earthworm Jim, which I loved Earthworm Jim, the game. I bought the Playmates toys. I watched the cartoon. I like Earthworm Jim. So this is cool. This was very nice of him to get me for this. I've had it on my shelf. I've read it. It's cool. It's got a really neat cover. It's got this nice, matte feel to it, and it's embossed, and it's got shininess. It's a really nice book. I have no idea what the original retail was on this book, but it's a very high quality book. I'm just going to give you a little preview here, and it's basically the story of Earthworm Jim. So if you ever just wanted to read an Earthworm Jim story, this is the place to start. It's got beautiful art by Doug TenNapel. Look at all that. Look at that art. There was a sequel called Fight the Fish. There was also a indie Kickstarter type of deal. So the only copies you can find are secondhand at this point. I will leave a link down below to see if maybe there's an Amazon listing. The art very much has a Eric Powell type vibe to the art, like the Goon. But there you go. So Launch the Cow, Doug TenNapel, Earthworm Jim. That is my pick this week. There you go. If you enjoy the videos, like, subscribe, notify. If you have any comments you'd like to leave down below, what books are you reading? Am I crazy for buying this many covers? Yeah, I guess that about wraps it up. I got to do a toy review today. I'm back in the swing. See you guys. Take it easy. Bye.